Hello and welcome to another episode of the Making Theater podcast from MTV Arts and the Alcove Dinner Theater. I'm your host, Ian Ernsberger, and on today's episode, we continue our discussion from last week. Only this time, we're not talking about our favorite roles. We're talking about our least favorite roles. Once again, I'm joined by my guests, Jocelyn Bates, Hannah Fry, and Chloe Skillman. We had a lot of crossovers in this one and a few surprises, so discussions got a little heated, but it was still all in good fun. So let's get started, shall we? So we will move on to our top 10 least favorite musical roles, where things will probably get a little interesting. So this is going to be our top 10 least favorite musical roles. We'll start with Hannah this time. What is your number 10?
Probably maybe Joanna from Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
She's just really boring. Like, yeah, she's the ingenue that you need in that show, and her song is beautiful.
She does. She sings very pretty.
Her song is beautiful and everything, but it's just, I don't know. There's just nothing about her that makes you look at her and be like, oh yeah, that's a really fun character, or yeah, I'd love to play it. It's just like, yeah, she's got a pretty song, but there's really not much more to her character than that.
She doesn't have a lot of depth to her.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. She's just, static.
She's just there.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just there. And one of the only people that's not killed out of the lead roles.
True.
All right, let's go Chloe. Chloe can always be the middle guy in this.
Number 10 is Mrs. Bucket.
Please give us your reason behind this.
She's so boring. The song, I grew to love the song. But she's genuinely just a really boring character in the stage version. In the movie, she's got more going on, and like she's...
And that's a hard show too, because it's it is adapted as a kids musical. So like
that was the
yeah, if you do the stage, the new one, she does a really very pretty ballet dance with the dead father. So it's
Chloe, why didn't we do that? Why didn't you ballet?
Well, because
why didn't you have ballet dance with Will?
The father's not around, and so he kind of comes in the stream to her as they're singing and everything, as she's singing to Charlie, and they do this little dance in the night. It's very pretty. Because other than that, she doesn't really get to do anything either, because the whole rest of the show is basically at the factory. But I can understand why that. She's a little more drawn out in the movies and obviously in a longer show. So it's very easy to not like something. All right, Jocelyn, what's your number 10?
Okay, this is
Number
kind of
10.
a filler, but also y'all are going to get mad at me. She just kind of bugs me a little bit. Elle Woods.
Whoa.
she's on my list.
Can you ask can you describe how she bugs you in your wrongness?
I'm a little afraid to, but
Because you can sit there.
yeah, she's an empowering woman, but it's the Valley Girl vibe bugs me.
Yeah.
She plays
all
the
of
dumb
them.
blonde.
Yeah.
She
All of
pulls
them in
out the dumb blonde.
Even though she even has like the smart moments, like she has her moments, she's still.
Have you seen the movie?
Good. Huh?
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
With Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah, that's what I'm basing this off of mostly. I mean, yes, the musical, but like, yeah, I don't know. I can't.
She
She was not my favorite in that show. Like, there's other female roles in that show that I was like, okay, yeah, that one's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, that's
will
mostly
allow
a
it.
filler, but
I will allow it.
all right.
Because I'm probably about to get some crap too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
all three of us are about to get some.
All right. So my number 10, Sophie from Mamma Mia.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mamma Mia is awful.
Thank you.
That is
Yeah.
a false statement.
Oh, Hannah, we're sorry. But not really.
Okay, it's
No,
not that.
it is literally one of the most popular musicals in the world.
Oh, yeah.
But it is just a jukebox musical.
Yeah.
That's it.
That
It's
they
not my
add
favorite, but like it's
story
just
isn't
one of
bad,
those
but
things I like.
I mean, maybe if I were a girl and B liked ABBA.
I like ABBA, so that's
I like ABBA.
I love ABBA, and that's why this show kind of like
But
ruined that.
yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And out of all those characters, it's probably between the mom and Sophie that are the most boring characters. You want to be the dads, or you want to be the two friends. So that's my number 10.
All right.
But you are both wrong on Elle Woods.
Sure, we'll go with that. Sure.
All right, Hannah, number 9. Do you think you can get to? I think you can get 10 because there's obviously fillers. Yeah, make 10.
Maybe.
Go back to the classics.
I have one that might be considered a bonus because I don't hate it, and you guys might actually be really surprised about it. But I'll save that one for the end. But It's not necessarily like my top one that I hate or anything because I don't hate any of these.
Okay.
I'd probably go with Mary Poppins. I don't hate her. But
the fact that you got no reaction should really scare you.
I know, I'm so terrified. I put her lower down on the list though. I just, as a kid, could never get behind that movie. I don't know why. It just kind of freaked me out as a kid.
As a kid, that's when the movie makes sense.
I'm about to blow your mind.
Hannah, you did that too early. You said it too early, Hannah. We can't do it with this right now.
I feel like if I waited to put it in my top 3, she'd probably kill me now.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
You got a lot of nerve, kid.
Something to watch.
Might as well have just said you.
No, it is. It really is not for everyone. It really is. It's a very weird level of people who don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just, you know.
If someone said, hey, choose a movie musical to watch, Mary Poppins would probably be the last thing I would choose. Not because I hate it.
Just keep digging that hole, Hannah.
Hannah, I'd stop now, honey.
No, let's move on to Chloe's next one.
It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine because it is. For some reason, it's really weird. It's a show that's not for everyone. Apparently, they don't like magic and joy and happiness. And
or Julie Andrews.
Yeah, and Julie Andrews, a national treasure. She's not even ours.
On that
other country. No, some people just don't like magic and happiness. That's all I can say.
I mean, I've been saying this entire time that I want to play a mean character, so there we go.
I think you just did play that mean character.
I did. There we go.
Yep. All right, Chloe, what is your number 9?
Miss Peru.
You're just bringing them all out. You're like, I didn't like playing that.
Okay. One, I grew to like it when we were like getting the show up and going because I like Music Man. I love Music Man. But again, she's just a really boring mom. That's just there.
She is kind of a boring mom.
Like, I really liked the piano lesson. That was a really fun song to sing back and forth. But other than that, I literally sat on a rocking chair and a step the whole time and was just there. Guys, I'm dyslexic. I can't keep getting these roles with this giant monologue.
Okay, so Ms. Peru. Jocelyn, what is your number 9?
Y'all are really just going to come at me for this list. My number 9 is Fiona Shrek.
Wow.
She's my number 8.
You don't like women,
She was my number 8 for a second, and then I had to swap it and put somebody else in there. Like, I literally just changed that 30 seconds ago.
You guys just don't like strong female women.
No, I just feel like first of all, I first of all just don't like the show. I don't like Shrek. Mm-hmm. I did not watch the movie until I was like 15, 16
Did you see me in the show?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
and I feel like that would have changed things. I'm not a fan of I saw it on Netflix. Like I saw the pro shot and everything, and I just wasn't a fan of it. And then like you said with the whole thing with her being kind of just like a tomboyish princess, like I feel like that was overdone.
I can somewhat agree with that. Yeah, like, I mean, I like her, but just certain aspects of her don't make her my favorite.
And then the whole thing that you said with her like being an ogre, thinking Shrek's not going to love her, I'm just like.
Yeah, it's a weird plot hole.
Yeah,
for both movies, for the movie itself too.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the movie, not a fan of like the story and everything. It hasn't been one of my favorites.
All right, number 8 for me.
You didn't do
number 9.
It's your 9.
Say
go.
He just wants to get this over.
Ian really just wants to get this over with.
I don't. I'm hurt now because But number 9, time to bring the pain, the thunder.
Go.
Number 9, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Because she is a brat. She is a brat.
Hold on.
She is an awful, awful human being.
Hold on.
She
That
gets
was my
one
bonus
song, and
That
then
was my bonus.
no one, nothing else.
You guessed Hannah's bonus.
That was my bonus.
She's on all of our lists.
Hold on.
She is.
Is it?
Okay.
Is it a 3 triple way or a 4-way crossover?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well,
She's-
we don't need to say
Hold
where
on,
they
though.
are, but okay.
Okay.
I don't hate her, but
I do.
before doing the show, I thought that the show itself and her character especially were very annoying. And it was just like, it's such
Read
a
the
long
book.
show.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
didn't like it. But then, of course, I knew as soon as we did it, I would like fall in love with it. I was like, yeah, you know, we're doing Wizard of Oz, whatever. Everybody does Wizard of Oz, okay. And then we did it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. And, like, I fell in love with it. I mean, it's not my favorite musical, but like, I definitely like it a lot better than I did before doing it. So like, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like on my least favorite list, but it sorta is. But yeah, I agree with you though. Dorothy is a little bit of a brat. So
Little?
A lot of it.
No, yeah, she's a
lot.
huge
A
brat.
lot. All right.
but it was a lot of fun to play.
that's great to be the brat.
It was so much fun. Closest thing I got to the meme character, I guess.
You're like, I'm so glad I had a concussion.
Right?
But when I wake up, apparently I'm probably going to have dizzy spells, you know, some
So
forgetfulness.
is this weird man
Amnesia.
All right. We are to number 8. Yeah, see, we knew this list was going to go faster. We start with Hannah.
I'd have to say Cassette from Les Mis.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Cassette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
We all know what she did.
I mean,
We
if we
all
were to
know.
do the show,
She does nothing.
yeah, not my favorite. She's up there with like a Joanna type.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
It's that helpless, boring soprano.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, Chloe, what is your number 8?
I'm changing it now because I had an extra one.
She's going to anger us even more now.
Not
go.
really, because no one's like mentioned this show, or maybe
Okay.
y'all are hiding it. I don't know. But Sally Brown from "It's a Good Man." You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
I've only
I
listened.
love Sally in that show.
I like her. I don't like the show.
Yeah, I'm not a
Like-
fan of the show, but I like her
I-
song.
Yes, I like
Hold on,
her
someone
song.
can have a picture of Ian's face right now.
I like her song. I don't like her enough to put her on like my top 10 list.
No,
but I don't
not
like
at all.
the show. The show's annoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the show is not the best. But
Yeah.
when they rewrote the show, because the show sucked before,
Yeah.
they added
Okay.
the character and her song. She won a
Yeah,
Tony
Kristen
for it.
Chenoweth singing "My New Philosophy" is
Yeah,
like
I
pinnacle
love-
of
Yes, I love
my
that.
musical theater existence. I love it. Yeah,
It's just, ooh, the show.
Mm,
That-
I feel that.
I'll give you that because that's like a halvesy
that.
because you still like the character, but you don't like the show. So it's a
Yeah,
I feel that.
Because I was like, whoa, wait a minute, because I love her because it's Kristen Chenoweth. All right, Jocelyn, who are you going to anger now with your number 8?
I don't know if this will anger anybody. It probably will. I just think I don't know enough about this show, but Jenna from Waitress kind of bugs me.
Mm.
Oh.
Jenna, I don't like Jenna. I like other characters in that show, and I think
Yep.
I haven't dove enough into that show because it can't seem to grab my interest.
Yeah, the movie is
I
very good.
I didn't know it was a movie even.
Yeah, it was a movie.
Yeah, I don't like Jenna's character. She seems like a boring character to me. Like, I love She Used to Be Mine. Love that song so much,
Yeah.
but I
Well, it's really, the
cannot.
music is good because it's Sarah Bareilles.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah,
character's
but
not
that
very
show
interesting.
cannot grab my interest at all.
Mm-mm.
There are a lot of people that probably would fight you over that because a lot of people
I know a couple right
love
now
that
that
show
if
and
if they listen to
character.
this, they're gonna DM me and blow up on me for that one. Yeah, I know a couple people.
I like the music, but I mean, it's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of the great musicals. I'm gonna listen to it. Like, if some songs pop up on my playlist or something, then I might, sing along to it or whatever. But it's not something that I'm like, oh, I need to listen to Waitress right now.
Mm-hmm.
all right, so my number 8 is Rosie from Bye Bye Birdie
Oh, she's on mine.
because
She's on mine too.
I don't know that show
And
well
I've
enough.
played the part. I've literally played Albert, and I was like, "Do
You
I
played
really wanna-"
Rosie?
Yeah, I was like, I literally had to play her love interest, and no matter how you play that character, you kind of sit there and you go, do I really like this chick?
There's nothing to like. She's so selfish to me. And, yeah.
Like she's like, oh, she's Spanish Rose. I'm like, you're kind of a bee. You're kind of a big old bee.
Hardcore.
And then when I sing the song about you and I call it's my Rosie, and you're just like, she's like, yeah, I love you again. You're like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the character when I did the show. So,
very poorly written character in my opinion.
Yeah, very, very poorly written. So that's my number 8. That was my add-on. I just thought of it while we were talking.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought of that one like 2 hours before we did this.
All right, number 7, Hannah.
Sound like a game show host.
Number 7.
Come on down. I'd
Upset the next contestant on Top 10.
I'm about to, honestly. I don't like Tracy Turnblad.
That's my number 7.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, defend yourself and your wrongness.
Like I said, I don't hate anybody on this list, but like, there's just so many better characters in that show than Tracy. Like, I appreciate the
As a female? Who?
What?
Besides
Penny.
Motormouth?
Motormouth.
The show is wrong.
Penny's not an interesting character.
Penny's a character at all, no, but like, she's just fun. Whatever. You know what? Let me explain.
I would argue that just to say that Penny, her mom, and Amber. Amber's a good villain, but not that interesting of a role. Same thing with her mom. Her mom.
I was gonna say Amber's mom.
But that's it. She doesn't really get to do anything when it comes to that. That's it. She's in that, and she comes in that, and she comes in at the end.
Yeah.
So there's not really a lot. There's no real story arc for her.
Right.
Motormouth has a story arc, even though she's a smaller character because of who she is, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
all right, be wrong again. Let us hear it. Let me hear it. Let us hear it.
hate her, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, it's okay because I do hate her. So,
Wow. All right, so let's hear why. Let's hear the wrong hate.
Haha. So I appreciate the whole like empowerment of, you know, be true to yourself, do what you want. But she just stays at the same level the entire show. Like there's no highs or lows for her. Like there's not really any.
What?
I feel like the entire show she knows who she is and she, you know, owns it. And I mean, yeah, at the part where she's auditioning, she's like, oh yeah, they don't like me because I'm fat. But she already on some level knew that was going to happen and she didn't really let it bother her. Like she was just kind of like, but I mean, even so in the beginning, we even know she says, yeah, I wish every day was Negro Day. Like she never changes her views or who she is. And I mean, yeah, that's cool, but it's
because she's actually right.
Yeah. I'm not denying that at all.
Right.
Yeah, she's right.
No.
Yeah. She's right. But there's not enough there for me to get behind like a desire to be that character. I mean, obviously I'm not exactly a larger character or a larger girl actress in general, but like, I mean, if I were, I would even have trouble getting behind playing her because she just doesn't have a whole lot of depth. Like she has just she sticks to who she is and she has her values and yes, she is right, but there's just not a whole lot of change and character development in that character specifically.
So do you want me to give my reason here, and do we need a breather?
No, you go right ahead and be wrong.
Okay.
Okay. It's all right.
So it's not the character herself of her person, like who she is or her beliefs. It's straight up the way she's played.
Fat. No.
No. No, it's straight up the way she's played.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
If you have to have a good actress.
This constant like high intense energy is exhausting to watch to me. And I don't know, just something about her tone and the way she's just portrayed, and a lot of people choose like this annoying little voice with her. I don't know, that's what bothers me, and that's what I really don't like about that.
Have you ever actually seen the movie, not the musical movie, but the movie, the straight movie they made in the 80s with Ricky Lake and Divine? And okay, so watch that. Okay. That's how she should be played in the musical.
Okay, I'm sure that'll change a lot about what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think Nikki Blonsky from the movie that they made she fit the part. She didn't she made her a little bit more like bubbly and everything.
Well, and that's what the original cast album too. Listening to her voice, who is that?
Yeah, that's the other girl. Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Marissa.
Yes.
Marissa, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
something Marissa something. But she did it.
The way she plays her, I'm just like,
it's a little bit.
Not sit through 2.5 hours.
It's pretty bubbly, and I think that's what they wanted. They wanted that bright, chipper, thing. And I liked. Watch the original movie. It's not a musical. It's just it's more dancing than anything. But that's a very good movie, and it's very weird. It's John Waters.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to get at, though, was Jocelyn's whole, like, this continuous, bubbly, positive.
Yeah. It's exhausting.
That part doesn't work for me. Like I said, I like the mixture of what she should be and what she can be and what they've made her into the musical. Mm-hmm. You're still wrong, but that's all right.
Appreciate that.
It's everyone's list. It's okay. But we're at number 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yep. My number 7.
You skipped Chloe.
Did I?
Oh, yeah, because we had the same.
Oh, you had the tie. Sorry. Sorry, when you had the tie, that threw me off. All right. So, Chloe, what is your number 7?
Mine's Penny.
All right.
It's time to throw down.
I know. I can respect that. Like, she's not, like, a favorite character, but if I had to choose a character to play in that
role. I absolutely hated how Ariana Grande played her.
And every way she's portrayed, she's really, like, she's just there with the sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, I understand why she's there. Like, she's the
she has a purpose.
she's the fat girl skinny friend. It's that little duo.
I didn't like the live version that they did.
Yeah, no.
At all. I mean, aside from all the technical difficulties that show had.
Yeah, I didn't mind the movie.
None of them being in light when they're singing.
I hated Ariana Grande as it. So she has a purpose, but I can't find it.
Yeah.
I mean, and she's a good love interest with Seaweed and everything. Like, I like that whole thing.
She's there to show that, like, Tracy's not alone, kind of thing. Like, that's literally Tracy's only friend, like, only consistent.
She's the moral support.
Yeah, right.
So it's yeah. I mean, I'm all right with all that stuff, but so my number 7 is Sandy from Grease.
I feel that
because she does absolutely nothing. Sings the song that won an Oscar.
Teaches everyone a terrible lesson.
And then changes everything about her to get the boy.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Exactly what you're not supposed to do to get the boy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then in the sequel, Grease 2,
I hate Grease 2 with all my heart.
I love Grease 2. I will fight for that show till the day I die. It's so bad, it's good. But yeah, Sandy is just an awful character. She has nothing to do.
I mean, that's self-explanatory.
Yeah, I'd agree with Sandy. That'd probably be my next one.
I mean, she's not on my list, but because I like to sing her songs.
She's not on mine either, but I have a different Grease character.
Yeah,
I only have 5, so I mean, I'll just add her on there because, like, yeah, I'm not.
All right, so number 6 is Hannah. It's Hannah.
Yeah, the last one that I have written down is Annie.
She's my number 6 too.
Yeah, I just never really liked.
She's on my list.
I just found her really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we know Chloe and we know Hannah's number 6.
I absolutely adored Megan Campbell as Annie. That was the cutest thing ever, but I just love that character.
So, Jocelyn, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Marion from The Music Man.
I don't know that show well enough.
I don't like her.
Oh, Marion from The Music Man.
I just...
Yeah, she's on my list.
Yeah, just... I don't know. She's boring, first of all. Mm-hmm. Second, like, I feel like she's really smart. Like, girl could have really done something with her life, and here she is owning a library.
Well, she inherited the library.
Oh, sell it and do something with the cash. Like, do something worthwhile. Like, I don't know. I feel like she had so much, like, potential, and here she is falling in love with a con man. Like,
and I also love how Miss Peru has such a thick accent, and neither of her kids do.
Yeah.
Neither of her kids have an accent.
She inherited none of that. She inherits a library, but not an accent somehow. I don't like her, and I did not like. I loved Elizabeth Barrett playing her.
So
did not like that.
All right. So Marion, the librarian from Music Man, is Jocelyn's number 6. My number 6 is Johanna from Sweeney Todd. We already all know why. She's a terrible, boring character who sings Greenfinch and Lindenbird and then sings a bunch of songs really fast, shoots a guy, goes crazy, shoots a guy, hides in a box and runs away, and that's it. She literally does nothing. So that's all I have to say about that. Out of all the characters that Sweeney Todd could have cut the throat of. All right.
And he was so close.
He was so close. We're like, yeah, he's got this.
He was so close to killing. You're like, all right, final blood. No.
All right, so we are already. See, this was a lot faster. We are already to the top 5.
There's still time.
Hannah, do you have a 5?
I mean, I said all the ones that I had written down, but I mean, I agree with a lot of the ones that were said. Like, I don't like Sandy, really.
You could just go with Sandy. That can be your 4.
Yeah, I mean,
or 5.
I'm just at this point. I'm just kind of coasting and listening to everyone else and agreeing or disagreeing.
All right, Chloe, what is your number 5?
Elsa.
Ooh. Oh, that's a shock.
And I understand because I love her belt. I love Let It Go, and I love the belt, and I love the movie, but it as a show, why does every Disney movie have to become a show?
It's Disney.
It is Disney, and it's already closed.
Yeah. And that should say something.
The one thing I wanted to see in that show, I did want to see like Ryan McCartan in that show, but that was about. I wanted to see him as Hans so bad, but that was about it.
I would go see it. It like just as itself. I can't get behind it as a stage show. I can't.
That's fair. It's not my favorite musical as a musical adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care for the adaptation, but I love the Disney movie. Love the movie.
I love all the special effects for the stage. Like that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and that's the gimmick. That's literally their gimmick for anything they bring on to anything Disney puts on to actual like stage is just what gimmick can we use? So who are we to?
Me.
Jocelyn. All right.
5.
So she's not gonna make me mad, right? You're not gonna make me mad.
No.
Okay.
No, you already said this one.
Oh.
It's Rosie.
Nice.
It's just,
Rosie sucks. Rosie sucks.
Literally sucks.
It's not a good character.
It's not at all. And so much of her character does not make sense. Why does she dance on a table for Shriners for 10 minutes? That I will never understand. That was my time to sit.
The Shriners dance is 7,000 hours long.
It's
So my number 5 is this one. I might get some flack for. I know I'll probably get flack from Kate if she hears me say it. My number 5 is Maria from Sound of Music.
She was almost on my list.
Boring.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Kind of boring.
So boring. Like I said, I can't get through
that's
that.
That's why I put her at 10. Mm-hmm.
I almost just put the girl in it, but I was like, whatever. I just don't like that show. So that's just me.
Yeah.
I was going to put Maria from West Side Story because I don't really like West Side Story either, but I'll just say Maria's.
I'm very excited to see Rachel Zegler play Maria, though. Like, that's going to be good. The
one that's going to come out a year from now because of COVID?
Yeah. I'm pressed about that one.
But yeah. that's my number 5 is Maria from Sound of Music because I don't get her. Don't get it.
Yeah.
Like I said, she does have some good songs, but I just don't like Sound of Music in general. So, all right. Well, we are at number 4. Hannah, do you have one? Do you have one that you agree with that you're going to be like, yeah, I'll put that at number 4 because I agree with you guys.
I mean, yeah, Maria, you already said it. Like, it's just one of those shows that it's like, yeah, do it once. It's fun to watch sometimes, but it's not anything super special.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe, how about you? What is your number 4? I didn't know where we were at for just a second. I was like, I don't know what number we're on.
Elle Woods.
Oh. I love your bold confidence there. I was going to put her up higher. She was up higher on my list until everyone started saying, I love Elle Woods so much. And then I was like...
Until Ian and I started saying I love Elle Woods.
I need to move her down or I'm going to get kicked off the Zoom call.
I'm not scared of Ian, so...
No one is.
I had to put her up higher.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. We'll let it happen. It's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for everybody. You can have that.
Thank you.
I noticed you didn't try and defend it, but
Well, everyone was talking. Literally.
Yeah, shut up.
It's just like,
how dare you have an
it's just
opinion different from my own?
if she wouldn't play that dumb blonde so hard through the entire show, I would have more of an appeal to her.
So is it more so just the way that she's portrayed or the way that she's written?
It's, I guess, both.
Mm-hmm.
More so the way that she's written, because she jokes her way into Harvard, but then is the top of her class.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it doesn't make sense.
Right.
The way that she's written and the way that she's just kind of thrown in from being a fashion major to being the top in Harvard law.
Mm-hmm.
Stop looking at me like that.
The audio equivalent of side-eye.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
And I mean, I think in the movie itself, they kind of explore that a little bit more. Like they put more of how she does it, but in the musical, it's hard to do that because they've got millions of songs to sing and all that jazz.
Oh yeah, the
There's
show.
a lot of songs in that show.
It's such a fast-paced show, and we have to put so much into it.
Right. So I think that the movie does a little bit better job of putting her character in a good light and how she went from the drastic change of ditzy blonde fashion major to top of her class at Harvard.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like it's hard to translate that to a musical from the movie. Different aspects of a movie that you can put in like little small snippets here and there clipped in kind of thing.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You can have it. Yeah, That's what's fun about these lists. It's great to give people a hard time over things, and it's like, but who cares? It's theater. It's a show. Right. I'm not gonna be like, you're a horrible person for hating this.
You're never doing a show with us again.
Yeah, is that all it takes?
It's just what. It's just saying the wrong. Is that all it takes is for me to literally disagree with you, and then I never have to do another show?
Yo, Chloe, this is our out.
Jocelyn, who do we put at number one? Who will make him maddest?
Who will make him maddest?
But that's what I like about doing this, though. Is it's just like who cares? Like I'm obviously not going to agree with this, or I'm not going to agree with this, or you're not going to agree with me, because it's like you said Elsa. Like I mean, little girls that would walk up to you and shiv you.
Yes.
Like Elsa. But it's like, who cares? It's theater. You're allowed to like and not like what you want.
Right. It is subjective.
Except for Mary Poppins, you are wrong. All right. So, Jocelyn, what is your number 5?
4.
4. Y'all are giving me a headache.
I'm such a good host that I keep track of all the numbers I did. It's mainly because I switched one, so that threw my numbers off.
Yeah, my number 4 is Annie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not even so for just how annoying the character is, but I feel like it's such a demanding role for such a young age of actors that it screws up so many people for their future trying to sing that role. You're screwing yourself over at the ripe old age of 12. Come on. I feel like that's so many people's peak, so many child Broadway actors' peaks that they can never move on from that because they played Annie, they're expected to belt for the rest of their lives, and then turns out they can't. So yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, that's fair. Is it me? It is me. All right, my number 4 is Marian the Librarian from Music Man.
Thank you.
You all know why, because she sings "My White Knight" and another song. Has no growth, no character growth. I think the 1 second of character growth is her tearing the page out of the book so the mayor can't see it, and you're like, maybe she's she's just exactly the same.
She's spicy.
Yeah, no, it's no. And I love that show, and I want to be in that show. I just hate that role. I just hate that role. I'm glad people are going to listen to this and go, wow, these people are just theater snobs, man.
100%.
But, hey, we're all allowed to give our opinion. All right, we are to the top 3. So Hannah's just going to have to agree or disagree with one of ours.
Well, I thought of one, and I wouldn't necessarily rate it in top 3. I've only seen this show a few times and never live in person.
Mm-hmm.
But I find Janet from Rocky Horror very annoying.
I've not seen
number
Rocky
3.
Horror, actually.
Do you really?
I've actually never seen that show, and I don't know how that's possible. Because
I hadn't seen it until my freshman year of college with my roommate. She was like, "Oh, you've never seen it? Let's watch it because it's October. Coming near
I
Halloween
really need to
anyways."
watch it. There you go. There's my Halloween movie for this year.
There you go. I'll sit and watch it with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a weird, quirky show. You have to be into that kind of thing.
Yeah, the show itself, the writing, if you don't pay attention, you'll get lost. And sometimes it just jumps from point A to point G.
Yeah.
There's no direction.
The ending is so confusing to me. I was okay, so nothing's changed and they're just going to walk away from the house. So, yay.
Yeah. And it doesn't really lead up to anything. So if you're watching it not a theater nerd or not someone who's seen it, you're going to be like, what is this?
Right, exactly. You're going to be a little confused.
Yeah. It's our opinion, Ian. It's okay.
And even so, I don't hate the show. It's just one of those characters.
The movie is completely different when it comes to how it is staged.
I'm sure.
If you there are obviously people that go and watch this movie every October. And they talk back to it. They throw things at it. They do everything. When they come see the show, the live show, they do the same thing. So it becomes like an interactive show for you and the audience.
Right.
And they take out a lot of the more confusing things that were obviously set up for film. It's so when they do the bed scene where everybody's hopping beds and everything, they are standing straight up with a blanket pulled over, and then they swap in and out the different people. It's a lot more tongue-in-cheek for people to watch. To watch it as a movie and see it as a theatrical show is harder than just kind of going the theatrical show. Because I've seen the theatrical show 3 times. It's hella fun.
Well, I've seen either clips of some scenes, or I think I might have seen a full bootleg of it at one point. I think it was it Carrie Butler? Did she play that role? I don't remember who it was.
I don't know. I don't remember. But either way, I think I've seen some stage adaptation, not live. And Janet is the weakest character in the show because
for sure
she is to play it again, when I was talking about Audrey, she is to play it like the old 1950s. Which is why I like Brad, because Brad is just as boring, but it's the way that they present themselves that they're supposed to be like, oh, well, everything's gonna be fine. They're supposed to be kind of over the top stereotypes of what we think these people are. So yeah, she is a fairly weak character, but for I guess a good reason. Because if she was more interesting than Frankenfurter or the Meatloaf character or Riff Raff or Magenta, people wouldn't be as interested in watching it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one because there are a lot of people that absolutely just hate that show to begin with. All right. So Chloe, what is your number 3?
That was my number 3.
Oh, that was your number 3. Oh, okay. So a nice little crossover. A lot of crossovers on this one. All right, Jocelyn. Jocelyn, what is your number 3?
My 3rd was Dorothy.
Ooh.
Hey. I agree with it. I mean, I don't hate her, but
I can't stand Dorothy.
She was kind of a little bit annoying.
Really can.
Oh yeah,
she's incredibly annoying. She's so helpless.
Yeah, exactly.
She's so helpless all the time. I'm like, okay, you're trapped. Figure something out. They were able to bust down the door.
Unknown adult males, one of which is a scarecrow that who knows what's wrong with it. Why is he like that? You run off with a guy who's literally made of tin, and then you run off with a wild animal.
that's red flag number 1 through 3.
And then
there's plenty.
who do you put almost all of your trust in after that? Some weird dude that's like a wizard. Like, and he's not even a wizard. So you're like, hey, dude, it's not
Just
really
some creepy
a
old
magical
man.
wizard. Can you help me get back to my home? It's weird.
The fact that her dog has more solutions to problems than
Oh
she
my
does
gosh,
is a bit of an issue for me.
All right. So we had
Yeah,
another Dorothy. We've had what? Two
You're not great.
Dorothy's? Two Dorothy's on this list?
I think
I think everybody had Dorothy.
Everybody said Dorothy? Oh, all right. Nice.
I haven't said Dorothy yet.
Oh, you haven't yet. She says yet.
I'm holding out that one. All right. So my number 3 is Cosette from Les Mis. And we already all know why that is as well. Just a very underwritten, uninteresting character who gets to sing, like, kid Cosette, cute, gets to sing Castle on a Cloud.
So stinking cute.
But adult Cosette, boring songs, boring character, boring through line.
I do like her songs, but I mean, there's not a song in that show that I hate.
All right, so we are to the top 2. Hannah, do you have a top 2? Do you have one that you can add, or you have one you agree with out of our many?
Yeah, I thought of one.
Ooh, thought of another one.
Well, because we talked about it so much, and it got me thinking, because I just saw this funny video on Instagram. It was Glinda from Wizard of Oz. She literally does nothing.
Yeah.
He gives her the shoes and then says, go do something.
But she gets to float in on a bubble. That's a win. Floats in on a bubble.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, really.
And half the time, people don't even, when they do the show, don't even have the
If they can't afford to fly, then you're just like,
For nothing.
Like,
walk
hi,
on stage.
I'm here. What's up?
Right.
Yeah.
And no, like during that entire show when we were there, because when you're in a show, you think about the plot holes and all that. And so like just when we were running through the show, I was just sitting there, I was like, Linda, thanks for nothing. Like you've literally done nothing. Like why didn't you just tell me that
And then
before?
why couldn't you have just literally said,
"Ooh, you had to learn it for yourself."
She could have cut that show down so fast. She would have just been like,
tap
yo,
the
click your
shoes, woman.
shoes.
Right? Like, oh yeah, you had to learn this on your own. It's like, what?
You still didn't learn it on your own. She told you anyways.
Yeah. And
Right.
it's like, what, you work for like Payless Shoes or something? So like, you're marketing these like.
Free advertising around Oz.
But
All right, we are to Chloe. What is your number 2?
Dorothy.
Just pick on Dorothy Day, isn't it?
I love
Yeah.
you,
why is
Hannah.
this not pick on?
I know. I love you. You're great. Honestly. I consider you one of my closest friends. But like, oh,
She's like,
Thank you so much.
it just
The best thing about Dorothy is that she has a dog.
That's the one good quality.
Honestly, if she didn't have Toto, then I probably would not have enjoyed that role as much as I did. Like, I got to hold a dog in the entire show. Like, who gets to hold a dog during an entire show? Like, that is the greatest thing in the world.
it's just
Hey.
so weird. The show itself is weird because if you look at it in the weird light that some people do, the Scarecrow is like her uncle. And he like proposes to her in that little thing. Oh.
We've established that Dorothy is on all of our lists.
Yeah.
Annie was too.
Yeah, Annie was too.
Annie hasn't been on my list yet.
You said
Yes.
yet.
Because Annie's number 1 for you.
Annie hasn't been on my list yet.
Even now.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Jocelyn, what's your number 2 of your least favorite roles in a musical for female? This is like the worst Oscars, too. And the award for least favorite musical role for
Donna.
female goes to...
Honestly. And it goes to Donna from Mamma Mia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I do not like Donna.
Yeah, out of that entire show, Donna.
Girl, you've created this problem for yourself. Like, take a freaking DNA test. Just figure it out. It's not hard. Again, could have cut that show down so fast.
Oh my gosh.
Did we need 17 songs? No, we didn't.
No.
Did we need some weird dream sequence? No, we didn't.
Yeah, definitely not. No, I'm as much as I love ABBA's music, don't like that show and don't like Donna. I did not like Meryl Streep playing her. I've yet to see a good portrayal of Donna. And I've seen that show 3 times on stage and I've seen the movie a lot. I have yet to see like I've seen a lot, and I have yet to see someone I'd be like, okay, yes, that was a really good Donna. Like, good job. I don't know if it's just the character or that it's really hard to play. I don't know, but I don't like Donna.
My number 2 is Hope Harcourt. Can any one of you 3 people tell me what show that is from?
That name sounds
Can
so
Kate
familiar.
tell me what show that is from? Nope. Hope Harcourt.
I feel like I should know this.
I'll let you know why, and I'll let you know the show. If you can think of it, I'll give you like 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Don't Google. Don't Google. I can see the reflection in your phone. Chloe. All right. It is Hope Harcourt from Anything Goes.
Okay.
Oh,
He is the love interest in that show. I was in that show. That character has absolutely jack squat to do. Because unless you are Moonface Martin, which I was, unless you are Reno Sweeney, who is the female lead, essentially, and unless you are the other comedic character, my God, both of the love interests in that show. I will probably put him, I don't even remember his name, Billy, that's his name. He's awful too. They do nothing in the show. But Reno, Moon, and I don't remember Moon's little girlfriend that comes in, but she's a ditz and she's really funny. They're the only interesting characters in that show. It is great music because it's Cole Porter. But my God, is she a boring character? Hope Harcourt. Boring. All right, we are finally to our number 1 least favorite musical role. Hannah, do you have anyone? Did you think of one? Is there one that we've said that you're just like, yeah, you're right. That character does suck.
I've agreed with most of them. One
It's
that
not
I
even
just
that
kind
they
of,
suck. They're just kind of boring. They're just
Right,
not.
yeah.
They're just there. You know,
they're just not great.
placeholders. Yeah.
Right, exactly. One that I just kind of thought of, I don't necessarily hate her, but I just kind of find her a little annoying. It's Gertrude from Seussical.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's a surprising one, and I don't really like that show, but I remember.
I don't like
watching
that
it
show.
But just Gertrude's character itself was just really annoying. Like, all she wanted to do the entire time was just be with Horton, which, yeah, sure, but you kind of beating a dead horse there. Like,
Yeah.
Can we add something else to your character, please? Like,
we need
anything
a little
that
bit
she
of
does
something.
because she likes Horton, which it's cute, sure, but it's just really annoying. It's like there's no depth. And
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it
like
is
obsessed
Dr.
much,
Seuss,
you know?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like it's just a cute little Dr. Seuss show, so
Yeah.
there's not really a whole lot to it other
There's
than just
definitely
the
not a
story,
lot to
but-
that show.
Right, exactly. So I just find her character kind of annoying.
That's a good one. And that's the thing with these, it doesn't have to be like their characters like absolutely suck. It's just that they're filler, they're not interesting. The character arc for them just doesn't make sense. Or yeah, they have some cute songs or good songs, but like what else do they get to do? That's kind of
Right.
what this is. Or this
Yeah,
kind of
like
list
Notice
is.
Me Horton is really cute, but other than that, it's just
Yeah. Chloe, what is your least favorite musical role of all time? Because I feel like it's going to be Anya from Anastasia.
She's not actually on my list. That because I
Okay,
don't
at least it didn't make the
necessarily.
list.
I was like, I don't not like her. I just don't like the show.
You just don't like the show.
No.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
No, Marion the Librarian is my least favorite role.
Was that in all 3 or all 4?
oh, I don't know that show well enough.
Yeah, it was just the 3. It was 3.
Okay, so 3 out of 4.
on
That's
that
still not bad.
I mean, playing her mom was awful, but I get it. She's
does
really
nothing.
not doing anything.
It
She's
does
just
nothing.
she does nothing, and she's keeping herself in that stupid little town, just waiting for the cart of stuff every week.
Yeah.
Part of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it. You know, she's gonna sing on the porch. Her mom's gonna sit in a rocking chair. Nothing.
Yeah, she's I'm not a big fan of Marion the Librarian.
Mm-mm.
As you knew when it was my number 4.
Number 6, yeah.
All right, so Jocelyn, what is your number 2 or number 1? My God, I'm terrible at this hosting gig. So Jocelyn, what is your number 1?
Well, this hasn't been talked about at all, this show.
Oh, interesting.
But Meg Giry from not even just from Phantom of the Opera, but mostly from Love Never Dies.
Oh wow, she went with Meg. She went with Meg Giry from
Love Never Dies. Like, I don't mind her as much in Phantom. She's like super annoying in Phantom because she doesn't do anything except show up and go, "Oh, it's the Phantom of the Opera." Like, yeah, no kidding. We all know
she
that.
is awful.
Like,
she's awful in
Love Never Dies. She, like, spoiler, but she freaking shoots her best friend. Like, come on.
Yeah, she's
gonna kill her kid.
Like,
gonna kill her kid and then shoots her instead.
Yeah, like it seemed like
that whole
Andrew
show
Lloyd
was so
Webber really
jacked
just
up.
wanted it to just be like, well, I'm gonna do a complete different show for
Andrew
the sequel.
Really just said, how can I completely screw up this storyline of this cult following musical with this sequel?
No, that's
Let's
fine.
add some clowns.
But he kept Raoul the way he should be because he's already boring. So instead they just made him just kind of a giant douche.
Yeah, that's the one character in that show that I'm like, okay, yeah, Christine's incredibly boring in that show. She barely does anything in that show.
Yeah.
But Meg, man, in Love Never Dies, hate her. But I hate her in Phantom almost just as much. All she does is do a couple little ballet twirls and then shows up and says, oh, he's here, the Phantom of the Opera. We're like, no, someone just died, no kidding. We're like, we know he's here.
The little
we are aware.
Music box at the end of the show. So she does get to do something.
Oh, good. Good job, Meg. Something. Good job, Meg.
Good job,
We're
Meg.
We're proud of you.
Way to go,
you
Meg.
You followed a psycho to Coney Island and decided to shoot your best friend. Good job.
I mean, who wouldn't,
Honestly.
Out of all the, that's actually is a good one. That is a good number one. And one that I wouldn't have even thought of.
Yeah, she's just, but I love Phantom of the Opera. Like, that's my top 5 for favorite musicals.
Yeah. Now that you say it, I'm like, God, I don't like her.
I don't like her.
That was one of the ones that I was thinking of too, but I never actually really said it. But like, yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. He's here. Yeah, we know.
We know what he does. All right. So my number one least favorite musical role by a female. What do you think it is?
Annie.
It's Annie. I can't even hold my disdain for this character because for 2.5 hours the girl sings all these songs about how she wants to be with her parents and that she's never going to give up looking for her parents, and then literally in 5 minutes she says, I always knew that they weren't going to come back or whatever, and then she gets to live with a billionaire.
Yeah, she just flips.
And you're like, okay, you do you.
I am so thankful that I was in the good trio in that show.
Yeah.
The fun trio.
I don't like that show to begin with, but I was like, I
solely like it for the fun trio.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I want to sing Easy Street. You want to be the orphans in that instead of Annie, because at least you get to have more fun. Yeah, if you're Annie, you get to be in all the scenes and everything, but you're not an interesting character.
You don't do anything in the scenes.
She doesn't
have any fun.
You get to sing like 2 of the most annoyingly overrated songs and overdone songs.
And then screw up your voice for the rest of your life because you're just screaming them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's most definitely my number one. Has been, always will be. That was fun, don't you think? I think that went well. Friendships were kind of lost a little bit. We felt betrayed. We felt like we were attacking one another, and that's how friendships really should be.
A little bit.
Is that we all attack each other and judge each other for all of our choices and opinions. No, not at all. Not at all.
Honestly.
Healthy.
Yeah. But yes, again, thank you very much for joining me in this. And I know it was a long one, but we got to hammer out our top 10 favorite and least favorite. I just think that's better to do with the same people because we can always kind of just look at each other and go, really? Oh yeah, of course you would have that on there. So we'll probably call you back for other top 10s and obviously some other episodes down the road. So we'll see you on the next one. Laters, everybody.
And there you have it, our top 10 least favorite female roles in a musical. Once again, I'd like to thank my guests, Hannah Fry, Jocelyn Bates, and Chloe Skillman for joining me. We filmed both of these and recorded these back to back, so it was a very long night. It started at, I believe, 7 o'clock, and we were done by almost midnight, so it did take us a lot of time to get through this, but it was a lot of fun. It was great being able to catch up with good friends, and I can't wait to record another top 10 list. So make sure you join us next week
week for another episode of the Making Theater podcast from MTV Arts and the Alcove Dinner Theater. Once again, I'm your host, Ian Ernsberger, and we'll see you on the next one. Please remember to like and share this podcast. And remember to follow us at MTV Arts on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and the Alcove Dinner Theater under Bruce Jacklin and Company on Facebook and Instagram. Please feel free to comment on the post about the podcast and tell us what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and any kind of suggestions you might have for another podcast down the road.